I'd like to call to order the joint public meeting of the Glendale City Council and the Glendale Housing Authority for November 2nd, 2010. May we have roll call for the council, please?
Council members: Draymond.
Here.
Friedman.
Here.
Here. Weaver.
Aye.
Najarian.
Here.
Here.
For the Housing Authority.
For the Housing Authority.
Authority members: Draymond.
Here.
Friedman.
Here.
Mincy.
Here.
Najarian.
Here.
Brazian. Weaver.
Here.
Chair Quintero.
Here.
And just for the record, I understand that Member Parazian is out working the polls today, so that she was here earlier but could not stay. She's doing her civic duty. May we have your report, please?
Agenda for the November 2nd, 2010 joint public meeting of the Glendale City Council and the Glendale Housing Authority was posted on Thursday, October 2010 on the bulletin board, 2010 on the bulletin board outside City Hall. The item before both bodies today is Director of Community Services and Parks regarding bidding results for the construction of the Pacific Park Pool Project in connection with specifications number 3423. 1A is council motion awarding a construction contract to George C. Hopkins Construction Company, Inc., the lowest responsible bidder, in an amount not to exceed $4,162,800, including contingency, authorizing the city manager to enter into and execute a contract and rejecting all other bids.
Thank you. Mr. Chapchin.
Thank you, Mayor Najarian, members of the City Council, and members of the Housing Authority. On June 1st, 2010, the City Council adopted plans and specs for the construction of the Pacific Pool Park project. The project was advertised for bids on August 30, 2010. A mandatory pre-bid meeting was held on September 8. 23 contractors were present at the pre-bid meeting. On October 6, 2010, 4 bids were received. Staff completed an extensive review of the 4 bids, and George C. Hopkins Construction submitted the most responsive bid, followed by Morello Construction. The project, as you know, is a 4,000 square foot L-shaped pool with a building and related improvements. We're LEED certified silver. We're working on getting it gold certification for this project. The budget is $5.1 million. It is under our engineer's estimate. The bid is actually under our engineer's estimate. The $5.1 million comes mostly from CDBG funding, as well as Prop 40 state grants, 2 state grants from Prop 40, totaling $1.4 million. So of the total project, I think only $177,000 is from general funds. So most of it is grant funded. Just a reminder, if you recall, last time we came here, we talked about the operational expenses for the pool. The fact that we don't have money right now for operations, but we talked about utilizing money from the Maryland Capital Project Fund, which was $1 million in the Maryland fund. What we talked about last time was using CDBG money to complete the Maryland project or state Prop 84 money. We did apply for Prop 84 money for the Maryland project, which will free up the $1 million from the general fund Maryland capital project account. And what we'd like to do is use that in thirds, operate the pool for 3 years at $330,000 a year, and then I guess we'll come back and talk about what our needs would be in future years. So if we use the Maryland funds, we would have 3 years of operation for the pool for the summer program for June, July, and August, which is a limited amount of time to open, but most municipal pools operate June, July, and August. Anything beyond that would be beyond what we have in terms of budget for operation of the pool. I do have Dave Ahern here, the Capital Projects Administrator. We have the consultant here as well, and I believe Gary Hopkins is here from Hopkins Construction. If you have any questions, we certainly can answer anything, any questions you may have.
I do have a card from a member of the public, Vilma Vera.
No, this is on the
Second item.
second one.
I think there's another item on Griffith Manor.
You may sit down. It's
This is for the next joint meeting.
You have a second joint meeting.
Next joint meeting. Okay.
wrong joint. Got the wrong joint.
The park. Manor Park. Okay.
Okay.
Are there any questions of George and staff regarding this? So, George, when will we be able to
We anticipate
swim?
June. We've put a hard deadline of May, middle of May, to finish this project. Mr. Hopkins and his crew are going to be working late, sometimes on weekends, to get this project done before the summer season. It doesn't do us any good to finish it in August or September. It'll stay vacant for another 9 months. So we want to finish it by May, middle of May, June 1st.
Does Mr. Hopkins understand how important this pool is to the community and to certain members of the council, most members of the city council?
I believe he does.
I don't think we can emphasize that enough, that a delay in the construction will be met with, we won't be happy. We'd really like to have it open. We've talked about this, and a June opening would be just fantastic.
Absolutely, and it's an accelerated timeline. He understands that. Normally, the bids would have come in lower than this, but because it's accelerated and he's going to have to use some people in overtime, maybe on weekends, it costs us a little bit more. We're still under the estimated engineer's estimate for the construction by 10%, but I think he fully understands that this is an important project and we need to finish it before the summer.
That we're relying on his expertise and prior history of great projects in Glendale to be the right person for this job.
Well, he has a good track record. He was the one who worked on the ARC and did it in time and under budget.
Again,
So he has a good track record with us.
I think we were all.
And we work well with him.
Mr. Quintero.
Yeah, I'm very pleased that the Hopkins firm was in fact a low bidder, because they do excellent work. They have track record here in terms of our municipal projects, also other projects throughout the city for nonprofits and just private property owners. So I think they're the right firm for the job, and it is a Glendale-based company, so that's an added plus.
Comments? Mr. Weaver?
I'll be gentle, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you.
And that I've consistently said that I supported the pool up to a point in this economy. I know a pool is needed. More than one pool is needed in this city. We could use 2 or 3. We could use a sports complex with a regulation, Olympic-sized pool. This will help that portion of the community greatly. I understand all that. But my personal feeling is this time, with the economy the way it is, realizing you're projecting over $300,000 in M&O, and for the next 3 years, I know if it opens, we're going to have great pressure down here to leave it open after 3 months. Being usually you get hot weather up through October. It's going to be pressure for us to extend it at greater cost. We're talking upwards of $12 million deficit in our budget coming up. It's pretty hard for me to sit here and commit funds that we don't have with no sign that we're going to have those funds in the future. Hopkins, I'm so happy they got it. They did a great job on the Adult Recreation Center, and I saw one of his major subs this morning. I told him where I stood on it, and he may not be talking to me after today. I have to emphasize again how important it is to have the pool there. The reason we took the pool out before, back in my early years here, 99 or 2000, was the pool was beyond repair. And now they're going to get it back, in spite of I always knew it's going to pass. It'll be 4-1, so I'm not the swing vote here. I'm concerned about the economy and the cost. But good luck. I'm sure that Hopkins will bring it in under schedule. I know he's got to go through any rainy season that the El Nino won't interfere with. Once he digs that hole, he doesn't need a mud puddle down there. In the adult recreation, I kept hoping that he would get it sealed before the winter rains hit, which he did. I don't know when you're digging a swimming pool how it works there, but if anybody can do it, he can. He's local. I'm happy for that.
Thank you, Mr. Weaver. And who's our project manager for this?
The project manager right now is Peter Verhalig.
Peter's ready to go,
Ready to go.
listening to every word we're saying.
It's right there.
There's no other comments. I'll move 1A for the City Council.
For a second.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Council members Draymond,
Yes.
Friedman,
Yes.
Quintero,
Yes.
Weaver,
No.
Mayor Najarian.
Yes.
I need a motion for the Glendale Housing Authority. Oh, no, just one vote.
Just to adjourn.
I'll move to adjourn for the Housing Authority.
Second.
We are adjourned.
For the council?
Second.
There one for the
I'll
council?
move it.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Seconded.
Second.
Council is adjourned.
Thank you.
Okay.